Hello, Rabbi.
Good afternoon.
If you look at the news and you watch television, and if you stand on a street corner, even, you're going to hear there are a lot of different opinions about what's going on in the world today. There are viruses, there are problems with government, there are natural disasters, and most people just take them at face value, but other people see underlying causes that one might blanket under the term conspiracies. Why do you think these are such appealing ideas for people to embrace?
First of all, I don't think it's a clear line between smart and not smart, educated and uneducated. I think it runs across human beings. And I think it runs across all of time. We as human beings, in general, don't like reality. We don't like the fact that nothing is permanent. We don't like the fact that there's change. We don't like the fact that there are things we cannot control. We like to connect the dots. We want a cause and effect for everything. One of my favorite expressions is you can have correlation without causation. Yet I see in what you're talking about with these, quote, conspiracy theories, there is a lot of an attempt, because there is a correlation, you want to see a cause. Anything can be correlated. There are some really very good websites where individuals will present you with all kinds of correlations, and obviously there's no causation, and there can't be. So that's the first piece that happens. Human beings want to connect the dots and want something to be caused. So if I can find a correlation, I'm going to assume, every time I walk by this street light, it goes out. It's a correlation. I caused the street light to go out. Now that we would all go, come on, that's not true. What if I don't like the idea that bad things happen, that there's a randomness that goes against humans? We don't want things to be random. And so we make up stories, we make up things. And if the common explanation isn't satisfying, well, it must be a world Zionist conspiracy, or it must be that the socialists are taking over the planet. And it keeps coming back to my inability to understand and accept what is. And it's my resorting to finding something else that would explain these, well, the World Trade Center, it was, I don't know, a guided missile, or a missile went into the Pentagon, or the airplane that was shot down over New York, that all of a sudden people started, well, there's a recording, but it was destroyed by the police. And I've always found that a convenient way. Show me the proof and evidence, not opinion. Show cold fusion. Somebody claimed cold fusion, and the scientists went after it, couldn't be duplicated. And they realized it was fabricated. Okay. Remember that one of the rules in science is the ability to recreate. So if you're going to tell me these events happened, well, can we recreate them? Or what is the evidence and proof? And that's where I think a lot of these fail. And that's because then you go back to, or they destroyed the evidence. They burned it, or they killed all the people so that there are no witnesses, or it was made up. And you go, wait a minute, you've just lost me, because that's not presenting. It's very hard, to prove a negative. Joe?
Yes.
Have you stopped beating your wife?
Or like the other way around.
It's one of those kinds of questions that you can't prove a no. And that's part of these theories, is dependent. But I keep coming back to, it's very human, and it's not limited to any particular group. We're all susceptible, because we want to have a causation, and we don't like something can just happen.
Aha. So I still think Area 51 has aliens, but maybe that's just me. Thank you, Rabbi, for that wisdom, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, you will. Thank you very much.